snowboarding can be risky business if you don't get in shape before hitting the slopes.
And personal trainer Carin Van Olst is going to get us ski ready so we can avoid those aches and pains and injuries. Good morning.
Good morning. It's good to see you.
Well, I've never been skiing in my life because I'm a scaredy cat and I'm a klutz, so I'm afraid. But you know, I know that you do a lot of snowboarding, and that's a big thing for you. So
Great,
let's talk. Yeah, I mean, she does it all the time, and I know a lot of our viewers are interested in why is ski and snowboarding conditioning so important?
To prevent injury, most importantly.
Okay.
And I certainly had tore my ACL last year on the first day of skiing. So
you did?
I know firsthand what that means. Day one. That certainly cut my ski season short. So it's very important to get your muscles strong, get your flexibility going, get warmed up, and you know, get ready.
It is, because you're using muscles that you don't normally use during the summer. It's like you're using different muscles. Can you tell us a little bit more about exactly the muscles that we use in skiing and snowboarding?
Well, I would say most importantly the quadricep muscles, the quads in the front, the hamstrings, the glutes, shoulders, and of course always the core, right? In particular with snowboarding.
Yes.
To get up, you have to have a lot of good core strength to be able to get up.
I bet you need a lot of good balance too, huh?
Balance, yes. Like I like to say, when you're going hit the mountain, think about be safe. So B for balance, S for strength, E for endurance, F for flexibility, and A for agility.
I love that.
That's a good way
to remember it. It's a good way to remember it. And
well, how far in advance of skiing should we actually begin getting in shape? Because let's say I want to actually try. Do I need to start today?
Like now, today. Depending, of course, when you're going to go skiing. But I like to think of ski conditioning as a lifestyle. Yeah. So in the summertime when you go biking, that's a great cross-training for skiing. You work the same muscle groups, and it's all about the legs and the glutes. A little bit of shoulders, of course, and endurance, right?
I was going to say, because you're going up in elevation, there's less oxygen, so it takes a lot more energy to do the same amount of work.
Definitely.
So I think year-round conditioning is a smart thing to do. But if you know, if this is your first year you're going to go skiing or boarding, start now.
Well, let's take a look at your ski conditioning routine, because I think it's always better to get the visual. Oh my God, that looks so hard.
That is really hard. So you really see, you can really gearing right straight into those muscles that you would use on the mountain.
What is that called
again? A lot of balance. That's upside down bozu.
Upside down bozu.
This is agility training. So be careful with this if you have ankle problems or knee problems. But if you're in a good shape, that's a good way to do it.
My gosh, you make everything look so easy.
Again, agility and balance and strength. And this we did at my house, but of course in the gym you have a lot more tools to work with. This again is speed training.
So a lot of agility then. Is that what you would say would be the most important type of exercise?
Well, agility and strength. And the ACL strength, I think we're going to show that at some point.
What are those called again? Mountain climbers.
Mountain climbers. Love those. You can do those on a bench, you can do them on a steady table.
This is a burpee.
With the 360. So again, here's a little bit of shoulder strength, a little bit of core and speed training.
I have to say, burpees and mountain climbers are so difficult. I mean, you really have to be in shape. That's my favorite.
Here's our anger management exercise, right?
Right.
So of course, here's where you use your power in your core, your legs, shoulder.
I love it.
And this is side-to-side work for, you know, skiing and boarding as well.
Now, if we're actually going to go skiing, I mean, and we've prepared with all of these great exercises, do we need to always warm up right before we get on the slopes?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I don't see a lot of people doing it, but I think it's good to warm up for a few minutes before you hit it.
Okay. And stretching
more
too?
Speed. Yeah, stretching is good afterwards.
After. Okay.
Because if you stretch with cold muscles, you're going to kind of defeat a little bit. So here's some good strength training for your...
that?
That's the glide. I think I brought it in last week. Or the week before. This is a great tool. A great travel tool as well.
Oh, and you're using a kettlebell in conjunction with it?
Yeah, kettlebell with a glide. So this, again, really works the strength and flexibility of those thighs.
Now let me ask you something. Knee injuries seem to be most prevalent, I think, when it comes to skiing and snowboarding. Is there anything specifically we can do to strengthen the knee?
Yes, and hopefully it's going to be shown here. I did one exercise that specifically targets the ACL.
Okay.
But again, to have good flexibility and mobility around the knee joints and hip joints would be a good thing to do.
Well, that was obviously good for your core, what you were just doing.
Yes, exactly.
Right. You know, we show all the things that you do to prepare, but what about the day after when you need to recover? What would you recommend?
Drink a lot of water.
A lot of water.
Hydration is super important anytime when you do sports, but stretching the next day would be great.
Yeah. Can you show us real quick the ACL?
The ACL is like through the knee, but what you would do is you would tie a little, the rope here, and you would do this leg extension like this.
Leg extension.
So like this. So you have a tubing here that's tied to a solid surface.
For the resistance?
And you do it, yes.
Okay.
And that's a really important one to do.
Okay.
That is a good
And
thank
you know, stretching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great idea.
We got
See,
it.
now you know.
Yes.
Now you know. And maybe I'll get risky and take a challenge.
Oh, it's so
Me
much fun.
too.
And I
We need
think
to
to
get into the
enjoy it
slides.
is really important, not to get too scared.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And hit the hot tub up afterwards.
Oh, that's a good
Too.
one.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Does that really make a big difference? Is it because of the heat? Or
No, well,
is
the
it
lactic acid gets like
Okay.
released when you're in the hot tub. I think it's a good idea to do a hot tub and stretching and water.
And a good massage never hurts either,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Well, let's tell our viewers how they can find you if they want a
I'm at
personal
the
trainer.
Santa Fe Spa, and you can also find me at karinfitness.com and karinsantafé@aol.com.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Carin. Always
you.
fantastic tips for us.
Always.
And now we're ready to hit the slopes.
Now we're getting, yeah, exactly. I can't wait. I can see the mountain is
Don't
already
mess
covered.
it up on day one.
No, not this year. I'm ready. I've strengthened my legs and I'm ready to go.
And you know who to call for the details on the snow.
Yes,
That's true.
Exactly.
Yes, we are almost
Kristen,
there.
here we go. I can't wait.
All right. Well, coming up next, blending your way to good health. Stick around.